This new AI tool just destroyed N8N. It is called RunBear and it helps you build AI personal assistants 10 times easier. And it integrates with all your team communication apps like Slack, Discord and Microsoft Teams with just a few simple clicks. That makes it incredibly attractive to business owners who spend a whole day communicating with their teams on this platform, since you don't have to build complicated AI agents and manually connect them to all the tools by configuring endless settings just like you do in N8N. Instead, you can add them with just a few simple clicks, thanks to the MCP service that RunBear is using. And in this video, I will show you exactly how you can set up RunBear step by step, so you can either use it with your own team or set it up for other business owners for a pretty good price. So let's get started. Now the first thing that you have to do is to go over to runbear.io. I will leave a link for them in the description below. And then what you have to do is to come over here and create an account. So after you create your account, you will be brought over in this interface. Now do not get intimidated by this, guys. This is actually super simple to navigate. As you can see right now, we're in the overview tab, where RunBear basically has some videos showing you how the platform works. Then we have the agents tab, where we're actually going to create our AI agent that we're going to integrate over to Slack. Then we also have the integrations tab, where we can basically see all the channels that RunBear is able to integrate, along with the data sources that you can connect with just one simple click. And we also have the analytics tab over here, where they basically show you some stats about your executions, and the brand new task analysis tab, where RunBear goes and analyzes and finds repetitive tasks that your team does that can be delegated over to the AI, which is a super useful feature in itself, and honestly can save you and your team so much time if you actually use it correctly. But in this video, our focus is going to be creating an AI agent and integrating it into Slack, which is the main function that RunBear offers. So to do that, you simply have to come over here and click on the agents tab, and this interface is going to pop up, where you will be able to see all your AI agents. Now obviously this is a brand new account, so I don't have any agents here, just so I can show you how you can create one. All you have to do is to come over here and click on add agent, and then you have two options. You can either select quick start or you can select start from scratch. Since I want to show you how you can configure all the options, I will actually choose to start from scratch. And as you can see over here, the first thing that we can select is which LLM model we're going to use for our AI agent. We can use Anthropic's Claude, OpenAI, Google Gemini, Perplexity, and also OpenAI's assistants. Now I would personally suggest you to go with Anthropic Claude, since in my opinion it is by far the best model for AI agents. And now this brand new tab is going to pop up, where we basically need to configure our AI agent. Now the first thing that we need to do is to give it a name. I will name it Big Boss for this video, since I do think it is a pretty good name. And then over here we need to type in our system prompt. Now you can either come over here and type it in manually, or what you can do is to come over here and click on this option, which opens up this tab over here, where you can basically explain what you want your AI agent to do, and RunBear is going to create you an optimized system prompt that you can then apply over here in this tab. So let's say we want to create an AI agent that is able to read our CRM data and make decisions based on that. So all that we have to do is to simply come over here and describe that. Hey, I want to generate an AI agent that is going to be able to look inside my CRM, which is going to be Google Sheets or any other CRM I might add, and give me relevant information about that data and help me make correct decisions. So now that I explained that, all I have to do is to simply come over here and send this message. And now guys, RunBear is actually going to write us a full system prompt, as you can see over here, which is specifically optimized to work well for their AI agent. So now all I have to do is to simply come over here and click on apply, and boom, the system prompt populates automatically over here. So you can see how fast we were able to create the system prompt. So after the system prompt, what we need to do is to select the specific model that we're going to use. Now you can obviously select any Anthropic model you want over here, since we selected Anthropic before. If you had selected a different AI model, you would obviously see all the versions from the model you select. Now I will personally choose to go with Claude 4.0, since I think it is the best model right now. And over here we also have the option to use our own Anthropic API key, because if we do not enable this, guys, what RunBear does is basically uses their own API key and basically charges us some credits solely according to our use. But they also give you the option to use your own API key. I'm not going to do that, since I'm going to use their API key. And then if we scroll down here, we can see that we have the option to add in different knowledge sources, and we can upload files, upload anything in our Google Drive, use Notion, use Slack, use anything in our website, and use SharePoint as well. Now I personally tend to work a lot with Google Drive, so to connect my Google Drive, all that we have to do is to simply come over here, click on it, and as you can see, this basically gives us one button where we can click connect Google Drive. Then you simply select your Google account and it will connect for you automatically. And you can obviously connect any other of these accounts that you want. And then, if we scroll down here, this is my favorite part of RunBear. They give you access to basically every MCP server that exists. They give us access to Slack, they give us access to Stripe, they give us access to GitHub, they give us access to Airtable, Zoom, Gmail, etc., Twilio, YouTube data, basically every MCP server that exists. And you can actually search for the MCP servers as well from over here. Since this is going to be an AI agent that is going to have access to our CRM and it's going to give us meaningful insights based on the data that we have there, I will actually come over here and search for Google Sheets, and as you can see, the Google Sheets MCP server pops up over here automatically. So all I have to do is to simply select it, and over here I need to choose the authorization method. I can either choose to do this per user, so basically every user is going to connect to their accounts, or I can do a simple shared one. But if you choose this option, make sure you actually trust your team members with your credentials. And then over here you can also select what this MCP server is going to have access to. Do you want to be able to update the cell? Do you want it to be able to insert a comment? Do you want it to be able to delete a worksheet, etc., etc.? And if you don't want it to be able to do that, you can simply come over here and click off of it, and then RunBear's AI agent is not going to have access to that. So you basically can customize this exactly as you want. And after you're done, all you have to do is to simply come over here, click on connect and add server. And we have successfully managed to connect our Google Sheets account. And we can basically do that with any one of these MCP servers that we want. We can connect Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Phones, etc., etc. I think you get the point. You can best connect any MCP server over to RunBear, which is a super useful feature that they have. And then over here there's a tab that's called Advanced Options, where you can basically select whether you want it to do extended thinking, which basically enables reasoning for complex tasks. And I definitely suggest you to have this on, since you're going to make RunBear give you a better response. And you can also select if you want to be able to do web search, and the temperature, which is basically the number of randomness injected into the response. You can have this turned off, it's not really that important. And then all you have to do to create your agent is simply come over here and click on create. And boom, as you can see, our assistant has been created, and now we can actually come over here and connect it to any of these channels that we want. We can connect it to Slack, to Discord, to Microsoft Teams, to HubSpot, and to Zendesk. I personally tend to use Slack more, so I'm going to connect it over to Slack, but if you and your team are using any of these other apps, you can obviously connect it over there. So to connect it to Slack, all you have to do is simply come over here and click on Slack. And now we have two options. We can either create a dedicated bot for this agent, or we can just simply use the share bot for all agents. Now this is obviously not that important of a choice. If you want to simply have the different name and a different avatar, you simply select this one. But since I don't really care about that and I just want to show you how you can get this up and running as fast as possible, I will simply choose to use the RunBear bot. So now we're simply prompted to install RunBear into Slack. So all I have to do is to come over here and click on install RunBear, and now this tab opens up where we basically need to give it access to our Slack workspace. So all you have to do is to simply come over here and click on allow. Then over here we also need to give it access to the specific Slack channels we want to have access to. We can either select some of our Slack channels. So if I wanted to only have access to the new channel, for example, I simply come over here and select it. Or if I wanted to have access to all the channels, I can simply come over here and click on select all, which is going to select all of my Slack channels. And then all I have to do is to simply come over here and click on next. And as you can see, it is redirecting us back over to RunBear, because that means that it is connecting right now over in our Slack channel. And boom, now we're inside Slack's interface, where if we come over here in the apps, we can actually see the RunBear chatbot over here. So now let me come to one of my channels. Let's say I go over here to the social channel, and how you can call RunBear is by coming over here, simply clicking on R, and then coming over here and selecting RunBear. So now I can basically ask RunBear any question that I want, and it can connect and use all the MCP servers that I have given it access to. So since I have given it access to my Google Sheets, and inside my Google Sheets I have this one specific sheet that is called sales, where I basically have data about different sales that my company supposedly made. I can simply come over here and say, hey, what were the sales of my company this past year? Look inside the Google Sheet that is called sales, and simply come over here and send over this message. And we can actually open up to see the reasoning that it's doing. As you can see right now, it is processing. So now RunBear is going to go over, look inside my Google Sheet, see all the data that I have inside there, then retrieve this data, do all the calculation, and told me what were the sales of my company this past year. And what I really like about this is we can also see the reasoning that it's doing live over here. So we know if it did something wrong and we can basically prompt it to fix it. And as you can see, located two Google Sheets, they have sales data, one that was called sales and one that was called monthly sales data set. So it basically asked us, oh, which one of the sheets should I actually go and use? So I basically told it the sales one, and boom, it just gave us the answer over here, guys. And as you can see, it did like a full analysis, gave us a total gross sales, a total units sold, the number of transactions, average transaction value, and a bunch of insights over here. As you can see, like it did give us a lot. And the part that I love the most about it is if we scroll all the way down here underneath all of these useful insights, what we can see is it also created an actual graph with all the data that we had inside a Google Sheet. And if we actually open it up, like this graph actually matches the data that I have inside my Google Sheet. And we just managed to create it with one simple prompt. And the best part is that now my whole team is going to have access to all of this information. And it's also going to be able to do similar questions about all the data that I have inside my Google Sheets and also in any other MCP server that I connect. So you can imagine if we connect like 10 MCP servers where basically every app that we use in our company is connected over here, we can basically get all the information from all of these apps inside one interface and our whole team can take a look at it, which is going to make our team so much more productive because each person is not going to have to open up a brand new app to search and find that information, and we can basically have it all organized here in a very nice manner. Another super useful feature that I definitely want to show you is that you can set up RunBear to do repetitive tasks over and over again. And what I mean by that is, let's say for example every week you want a report for the sales of the previous week based on all the data that you have inputted inside your CRM. Well, all you would have to do is simply come over here, tag RunBear, and simply tell it every week I want a report about all the sales that I did in the previous week. For that, make sure you use my CRM, which is Google Sheets, and specifically the Google Sheet that is called sales. And then simply come over here and send over this message, and now RunBear is going to create a report like that every week and basically send it over to you at the same exact date and time. And you can obviously specify the date and time that you want, but you can see how this basically eliminates the reporting of every person in your company because RunBear is going to go and do that automatically for them, so they don't have to go and waste their valuable time on simply creating a report to update the team, which honestly is a super useful feature in itself. And I do think it could even be sold as a separate product from the main functions of RunBear. I think it's actually that powerful. And if we come over here and open this up, you can see that the weekly sales report was set up successfully and it's going to run every Monday at 9 AM and it's going to analyze the previous week's sales performance exactly as we told it to do. So I think you can see how powerful RunBear is. And we can also check and manage all of our repetitive tasks exactly as this weekly report by coming over here and selecting scheduled jobs, where we can basically see every recurring job that we have told RunBear to do along with the system instructions yes. And we can always come over here and edit this if we want, or we can also make it run right now. Now the best part about RunBear in my opinion is that you can actually set it to run in the background. And what I mean by that is if you come back over to RunBear's interface, make sure you're in the Ages tab and come over here to where it says channels, then you can customize the bot to basically act exactly as you would want. Come over here to triggers and come and enable the smart reply, which as you can read over here basically is automatically sending a private response when a relevant answer is found, which means that the user doesn't have to overtly call or RunBear. He can just ask a question, and if RunBear has the answer to the question, it's going to go retrieve the answer and send it back to the user. And what I really like about this feature is you can select like everyone that asks a question to be able to have this feature, or you can select specific team members that are going to have this feature. Now I will personally set it on everyone who asked, so basically everyone that is inside my Slack. Then over here you can also provide some example questions to let the AI know better of what questions you actually wanted to go and look up information for. And then over here you also have a bunch of more options, like you can set private responses whenever a user is mentioned in a conversation. You can automatically respond with a thread where the assistant has been previously engaged. You can also set it to basically respond to every message that is sent in a channel, and also to trigger by keyword, by emoji, or trigger by user bot. Now I will personally turn on the private response over here, and also the automatically respond to replies where the assistant assistant has been previously engaged, and I will leave this on AI powered smart replies, and then all I would have to do is to simply come over here and click on update message. So now, let's say one of my team members is actually looking for the contact details from our customer that is called Robert Downey, which as you can see I have inside this Google Sheet. Well, since I have connected my Google Sheet with RunBear via MCP servers, so a normal person could actually come over here and ask the team, hey, does anyone know the contact details of Robert, and simply come over here and send over this message. But now RunBear is going to see this message and it's going to start working in the background. And if I actually open up the chat just so we can take a better look at it, and boom guys, it just finished executing, and it actually did manage to look inside the Google Sheet and find Robert's information. As you can see over here, his name is Robert Downey, this is his company, and this is his email address, which is the exact information we have inside this Google Sheet. Now if you do not want to see this view thread over here underneath our question and RunBear running over here to the right, and you want it to basically be able to send a message just like any normal person would, then you have to come back over to RunBear's interface and come over here and click on preferences, where you can basically customize all the preferences that you have for RunBear, and it has a bunch of options over here. You can hide the RunBear links from error messages, customize error messages, hide the annotations, and a bunch of other stuff. But the option that we are interested right now is the reply as a new message, which if we actually come over here and enable, it will basically tell RunBear that it is allowed to send a response just like any other normal person would. So it will appear over to Slack just as a normal user. So to test this out, I will simply come over here and click on update to actually update this preference. And I actually came over here in the basic tab and I made sure I also connected the Google Docs MCP, because inside my Google Docs I have this invoice over here that is for Robert again, and if you scroll all the way down, it basically says that Robert has still not paid us because this invoice isn't paid. So now I will simply go and ask my team members whether they know if Robert paid his invoice or not. So I will simply come back over to Slack and say something like, has Robert paid his invoice? And then I will simply come over here and send over that message. Now RunBear actually sees this, and as you can see, it appears underneath our question just like a normal Slack user, and it's actually looking inside the Google Docs right now to find whether Robert has paid his invoice or not. And boom, as you can see, RunBear successfully managed to retrieve information from inside the Google Docs, and it is basically telling us that no, Robert has not paid his invoice, which is something that our team can now take in this information and email a reminder or something like that. And the best part about this, guys, is that if your team is collaborating with another team on a shared Slack environment, the other team is also going to have access to RunBear, making both teams' productivity skyrocket. So I think you can see how useful RunBear can actually be, and these are just some of its use cases. You can do way more things with RunBear, and I actually would highly suggest you to go and try it out for yourself to see if you and your team would find it useful. So I will leave a link for them in the description below. Definitely make sure you go and check them out. They also do offer a free trial, so you can basically try it out with zero risk to you. And if I'm gonna be honest, I will personally start using it from now on when I'm communicating with my team in Slack, since I find the fact that it has access to the MCP servers super useful for my own personal workflows. But now YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy this video, so make sure you go and watch that next, and I will see you over there.